So I really enjoy it when conservatives attempt to use pop culture to their advantage, because in a lot of cases, it almost always fails. The newest example being this. This is from a video. It's a screenshot because I don't want to show the video because, for one, I don't know if there's copyright involved. But this video was shared on the Trump War Room Twitter account, which is managed by the Team Trump 2020 campaign. And so you could see in there that Trump is apparently Thanos. So now in the video, he snaps his fingers to make Nancy Pelosi, Jerry Nadler, and Adam Schiff disappear. They get dusted, gone. So if only it were that easy for him. If it was, well, he wouldn't have to face impeachment. And I guess that's the whole point. On Twitter, Trump also accused the Democrats, of course, of lying about impeachment, and then tweeted this. The video said, House Democrats can push their sham impeachment all they want. President Trump's reelection is inevitable. Fun. So now when you look at the polls, I'm not sure if he's all that correct. Trump kind of deeply unpopular with a lot of the American people, especially young Americans who, look, we now know, thanks to election data from the midterms in 2018. So before I get to that stat, by the way, I just want to preface that with the fact that a lot of young people historically don't turn out for midterms. Midterms are usually dominated by older conservative leaning voters. And that's why, of course, Republicans tend to take the House and the Senate and things like that during those midterms. Now, 2018 midterms were something very different. You actually had younger people, millennials, turning out in higher numbers than baby boomers during that midterm election. That's insane. We also know that recently, over 2 million additional young people have registered to vote over the last year. Okay. So now, depending on how the Democratic Party primary plays out, if you have, a lot of young people turning out to vote, and they're very motivated to vote in order to get Trump out of office, well, there's a good chance that Trump might be finished. And again, it all depends on who the Democrats nominate to be their nominee to go against Donald Trump. If it's Bernie Sanders, well, Bernie beats Trump. If it's Pete Buttigieg, I'm going to be a little concerned, or very concerned. All right. So now, that said, Twitter pointed out this unfortunate comparison. So now Jordan D. White says Trump's official campaign Twitter just tweeted a meme comparing him to Thanos, the villain that wants to murder half the universe. And in the movies, look, I'm a nerd, so I watched all the movies. He actually does succeed in killing half the universe in the snap. But then, I know, spoiler alert, I should have said that. Spoiler alert, he actually doesn't succeed after all, because the Avengers go back and change everything. Wensler Powers says it's good the president identifies with the character that commits universal genocide. I know, right? Now, others noted that, again, spoiler alert, Thanos dies at the end of the movie. Oops. And by the way, the image that they put up, this is right before the end scene where he goes to do the final snap to erase the entire planet. Iron Man steps up and does his own snap and eliminates Thanos and his armies. So, whoops. Now, Iowa Hawk says, y'all realize that Thanos loses. He wipes out half the universe's population before the Avengers can defeat him and reverse the snap, and you think that he's the good guy. Disastrous point. Totally disastrous. By the way, the Avengers, the ones who defeated Thanos, are made up of Well, one, Captain America. Captain America, I think, tends to be more, in my mind, I think I'd put him as Bernie Sanders. That's my Captain America. And so, hey, you sure that's what you want to go with? If Trump's Thanos, well, then here comes Captain America. All right. Now, Kevin Kerr says, you made Trump a supervillain and depicted him in the scene where his plan to kill everyone in the universe falls apart due to his arrogance and incompetence. That fits right there, Trump to a T. Arrogance and incompetence. And I've said that. He is deeply arrogant and narcissistic, and yet deeply incompetent. So I love it. Now, the creator of Thanos, by the way, Jim Starlin, actually did weigh in this, and this was on Instagram. He said, after my initial feeling of being violated, seeing that pompous dang fool using my creation to stoke his infantile ego, it finally struck me that the leader of my country and the free world actually enjoys comparing himself to a mass murderer. How sick is that? These are sad and strange times that we're going through. Fortunately, all things, even national nightmares, eventually come to an end. Exactly. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.